You're listening to the Multifamily Leadership Podcast with Patrick Antrim, your source for success strategies for multifamily professionals, CEOs, executive leaders, and aspiring leaders that want to drive high-performance results for their property or portfolio.
Welcome, friends, to the first episode of the Multifamily Leadership Podcast. I will be your host. My name is Patrick Antrim. I'm the founder and CEO of Multifamily Leadership. We have a family of companies. We have in multifamily, helping great multifamily operators find great people, keeping it simple over there. We own multifamilyjobs.com. We produce the best places to work multifamily. And we have our annual leadership summit that celebrates the best places to work in multifamily. And together, our goal is to advance leadership in multifamily. And today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the show and what to expect, and give you an opportunity to reach out if you want to be on the show or contribute, ask questions, and be involved in the community we build together of advancing leadership in multifamily. So today, we are developing new properties, repositioning properties that are in emerging markets, and we are trying to maximize net operating income for our investor owners. And everybody that I speak to, and I'm sure you speak to, will recognize that people are the most important asset. While that's a great thing to understand, a great thing to say, executing on that behalf is a whole nother set of challenges. In our series of interviews with top leaders, CEOs, aspiring leaders, and those that are making deep impact in the industry today, it's our goal to understand the advancement of leadership in multifamily as the disruption of the multifamily workplace is taking shape. So there is a certain disruption occurring in the workforce today with social media and the ability for a single person to reach a vast audience through various platforms in essentially a really short amount of time. So employees are able to post, snap, and share their thoughts, opinions, experiences regarding their own employees instantly, or their employer, which this can have a major positive or negative impact on the reputation of employers. So Kim Peters, CEO of Great Rated, states, "Some people think that you can create a brand in the market that is independent of what your actual employees think. But that isn't true. Social media has made the internal workings of the company very transparent. We are in the age of naked corporations." I just thought that was a profound statement and such truth to what's happening in our workplace. And so this can be a great opportunity for those that want to leverage great places to work. They want to leverage people that are winning and attract other leaders to the process. Now, let's face it. We already went through this before, though, would you agree? We went through this with ratings on apartment reviews. And even before that, just think of yourself as a consumer, right? So Yelp came along, online reviews came along, and the bad restaurants could not hide. In other words, you could go to a restaurant, have a crappy experience, and the business operator would be able to hide or be able to essentially continue to operate at lower quality, lower levels of service, and still be in business. And now comes along Yelp and online reviews and Facebook and checking in and all these different things that people are now sharing their experiences, and that got the restaurant owners' attention. They started to require to be good because it started to cost them substantially. And it's really interesting because sometimes business owners can be romantic about what's working and be confused about making change inside their organization because they don't believe it's necessary, because they're looking at a P&L statement saying, well, they might say that, but at the end of the day, I'm kicking butt. And so what happens is social media comes along, and one tweet, one Facebook update, and one message to a friend via social media can now start to impact that restaurant owner's ability to attract new customers into their restaurant. And so all of a sudden, customer service mattered, customer experience mattered. And you start to see companies take on initiatives to take care of their organization, take care of the quality of their product, take care of the experience when people come into play. And they do that because it matters financially. Now, as much as we want to think that companies wake up and they just really want to love us and take care of us, yes, I mean, they do that. But what they really love is the benefits of doing that, the benefits of taking care of the customer, keeping the property clean, having a great experience. They know that when a customer comes in, they can have a great experience and tell the world about the positive experience versus the negative. And so our industry, the multifamily industry, went through a tremendous shakeup with online reviews because we had this issue of what reviews were acceptable. Were they reviews of people that just had not paid rent? And there was those aspects that became more interesting and more challenging because this isn't somebody you can just comp a cheesecake to and make the situation go away. It was a great challenge for many operators, but I think what I'm getting to is multifamily operators understand that they need to have a very good online reputation. They need to have a good experience from the renter when the resident moves in, is engaged with them during their residency, and also those that are really good at it really care about how it's experiencing on the way out because they perhaps might boomerang back as a resident. Maybe they're going on a job relocation and 18 months from now, they would come back if that experience was done right. So for the multifamily operator, there's financial rewards for understanding that the resident experience is improved. And those that are trying to make more cash flow, more yields, and drive revenues, economic occupancy for apartment investors need to understand that comes from our ability to market right and position the properties right and make our sales and closings and renewals. Once they're in, actually collect the rent. And so all of this business, internal business matters, but all of those things are outcomes to having great people. And so we're seeing a shift that the workplace, the employee customer is the new customer, and the employee customer is the most important customer because they create the results for your paying renters and investor owners and those that you call customers if you're a vendor. And so the employee customer, if properly engaged and focused on the business objectives that can advance the organization, advance the property, advance the portfolio, is going to create a great experience for residents and investor owners. And then the outcome is your resident experience. The outcome is your financial results. And so the next shift that we're seeing in the marketplace right now is the employee customer being the most important customer. Now, we all think this, we all know this, but executing on it is a whole nother thing. So with the Best Places to Work multifamily program, I mean, if you really want to understand if it's a great place to work, you have to ask the people that work there. And so first, let's just get some clarity and some benchmarks. Compare yourself to what other organizations are doing and how you match up to those organizations, and get clear on, in an authentic way, of what is happening within. Once we get clear, we can then move forward to assessing and understanding what actionable results, actual steps can be taken to start improving those results. Because once we start improving the engagement of the employee, we start improving the resident experience, we start improving the financial objectives that are being accomplished within the organization. So the idea of how to fundamentally execute on these programs are what this show is all about. So we're going to bring in people that are leaders, aspiring leaders, those that have a track record of great success, and we want to talk to them. We're going to interview them, and a lot of these have been through the Best Places to Work program. These are companies that have invested in their people, and they're investing in strategies to improve their organization from the inside out. And we want to take those messages and share them across our channels so then other leaders in the industry can learn and develop themselves first, so then they can be prepared to win for others. And so with that, guys, I would like you to invite you over to multifamilyleadership.com. You can check out when the next summit is. Make sure you're attending that, of course, if you're a leader, aspiring leader. You work with teams. You want to figure out how to collect the right people, get them working effectively so they can rent and create more for your organization. You need to be attending the Multifamily Leadership Summit. Go to multifamilyleadership.com, learn more about that. Also, if you're not registered as an employer for the Best Places to Work program, I highly encourage you to head on over to multifamilyleadership.com. You can see their research from previous years. You can see their ranking companies and learn more about what it means to participate and how you can take your organization to the next level. And until then, let's look forward to more conversations with leaders in their industry and outside our industry that are going to help us take our business to the next level. With that, guys, have a great day.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the Multifamily Leadership Podcast. For show notes and other resources, visit multifamilyleadership.com.